Tuesday training, you guys. My hot tea is my savior. I love my hot tea. Okay. We are in a brand new catalog. That's right. We had our last moments of fall and winter bliss last night. I got all my stuff here. So we finished out our fall and winter catalog. This one is no longer current. So say goodbye. It has served us well. Now, here's the thing I'm also going to mention real quick before I dive into this whole topic today. And just FYI, here's what we're going to be covering. We're going to be covering new catalog. We're going to be talking about upgrading our thank yous and our samples and our branding and that kind of stuff for our business. Okay, I love doing that with a brand new catalog. So I wanted to share something that I do that I thought you guys might be able to take a lot away from. So first and foremost, though, remember, guys, whether you just joined and you had gotten catalogs and or product lists or showcase brochures or whatever in your business supplies, and you're still sitting there with either a stack of them or a couple left over, don't just throw them away, okay? The thing that I like to always remind people is that when we're buying business supplies, that is money that we're investing in our business. Get ready. Are you sitting down? We are business owners, okay? And so I like to budget myself when it comes to business supplies. For the most part, I only send catalogs to my hosts. I also send them to my VIP customers. Everybody else who either hasn't ordered from me within like the last 6 months, they are getting a product list. If they've never ordered from me before, of course, they're going to get a product list. It's just easier for me to ship those out, right? So I actually only have, surprisingly enough, I only have like 3 of these catalogs left. I did really, really good this year in kind of timing my business supplies. But that doesn't mean I'm just going to toss them in the trash, okay? Here's what you can do with these. You can either be really simple about it, right? We're going to keep things simple in our business in 2022. If you have not caught on to what Jacqui is throwing down, we are going simple this year, okay? So if you want to be really simple about it, take a Post-it note, plop it on the front, handwrite, or if you want to be a little bougie with your Post-it notes, you know, you can run them through your printer and you can actually print on Post-it notes. Did you know that? You can actually go into Avery, what have you. You can find like the 2x2 or whatever size Post-it notes you have, put that on there, take a sheet of paper, put your Post-it notes in order, right? How it looks on the screen, and then run it through your printer and they will be printed on your Post-it notes. And you can stick that to the front of your catalogs with a saying something like, this catalog is old, contact me for a new one, right? Something fun, cute, what have you, like that. Put these on your catalogs, on your showcase brochures, whatever you've got left. And by all means, I give these guys to everybody. Once the catalog's over, it is fair game. So I keep these. In fact, this is the last one. I've got the other 2 already in the car. So the next time I'm at a drive-through, I would say next time I go to the bank, I honestly don't really go to the bank. Like everything's electronic now. But I used to go like once a week or whatever to the bank. But if you do, slide one into your teller, give one away at the drive-through, whatever it is, right? And maybe even take some of the rub and sniff stickers and just plop them on the front, right? The whole point is to get this catalog or to get this out into somebody else's hands who, you never know, right? I'm not saying that every single catalog that you give out that you're going to get an order from, but honestly, let's be realistic about this. At least if nothing else, you're planting seeds. So whether or not they order from you when they get this catalog, or maybe they stick it away and in 3 or 4 months down the road, they're like, I remember that lady gave me that catalog that time. Maybe I'll look into that Scentsy thing. And who knows, right? You could be talking to somebody who is really looking for a job that they can work from home. This is that, right? Even if it's a side job, income, hustle, whatever you want to call it. Hashtag see the income disclosure. So that's what I'm going to tell you guys to do with any remaining business supplies you've got from fall and winter. Go ahead and start giving them out, right? You want to get even fancier, then of course, make yourself up a little flyer, stick it on the front, do the same thing in your wording, but that is completely up to you. I personally just use the Post-it method. I know, keeping it simple. All right, so we are in our new catalog. And our new catalog, if you haven't yet seen it, is called Connections. And look at this. It is featuring one of the brand new warmers on the front, which I absolutely think is just stunningly beautiful. We actually got very, very lucky with a lot of the brand new warmers that we have this season. I know one of the ones that I am actually crushing on really, really hard is the Summer Rain, and I'm sure you guys have probably seen that one. It looks like it's wet. That one is super cute. The Rooftop Garden, I absolutely love this warmer. I'm not gonna lie, these things are just stinking beautiful. Unbelievable is this one right here. Oh, look at that. Come on now. Like, these warmers can go in almost any decor. We've got a lot there. We also have a new diffuser shade that came out. We've got a new wall fan that came out in the gray. We've got new scents in our laundry line. I'm so happy. And new scents in like Coral Waters is one of them. Magnolia Linen is the other. In our clean line, we also have Coastal Sunset, Make a Splash came out. We also have a new pet. Did you guys know this? A new pet scent? Cherry Blossom and Mango. Oh my goodness. So Hero the dog. He is not a huge fan of the deodorizer, but I do use it on him. Don't think I don't. And I will say that the shampoo, hands down, I absolutely love it. It really leaves his coat shining. And he has... He's short hair, and so he doesn't have a big undercoat. He doesn't have a lot of undercoat on him. And so for him, specifically in the spring months, he will get a little bit of like skin rashes and things like that from rolling around in the grass, because that's what dogs do. At least that's what mine does. But I will say this shampoo is fantastic because whenever I do use it on him, it really penetrates down to their skin and it hydrates his skin, and it just makes his coat look fabulous. So I will say that our pet products are fantastic. So just gonna put that little blurb out there. But anyway, so we've got our new catalog, right? Also want to make sure that you guys, if you are newer, maybe you're not familiar with this, but I'm going to make sure that you're aware of this now. It is the product training guide. This guide should go hand in hand with your catalog. Like at your workspace, whatever that looks like. If you don't have a workspace, which when I started my business years ago, I worked from the side of the couch. I had a little bag and I had this, in fact, I still have it, this little 3-drawer rolling cart that you can get at like Target or wherever, right? And that's where all of my business stuff lived, and I had my binder and all the things, right? So if that's what you look like in your business, that's fine, right? It's beautiful because it just goes to show that you can work this business without having all the fancy things, right? With keeping it simple. But the product training guide should go hand in hand with your catalog. You can pick one up in the consultant store. It is $2, and it is $2 well spent, my friends, because for one, it's going to give you tips and sales tips and ideas and all kinds of product info, all the things that you need to know about the new catalog, okay? So it's going to go over all of our products and everything else. It's going to talk about the Whiff Box. It's going to talk about Scentsy Club, all the things. But because this really goes hand in hand with the catalog, a lot of times in my marketing, when I'm looking for wording or I'm having like that mental block and I'm just like, oh, what do I say about this warmer? What do I say on this post? Or if I want to talk about Scentsy Club, how should I word? I don't know what to put on there, right? that's when the product training guide is your golden best friend, okay? Because there are so many great wording, suggestions, tips. You can take the words straight out of the catalog. If you're looking to highlight like the features and the benefits of one of our products, this is gonna be it. So this is something that I really recommend every single consultant to get. So just grab it the next time that you put in an order and it's shipping to you. Save yourself some shipping. All right, so we've got our catalog, we've got our new product training guide. We are ready to go, right? But let's talk about branding our business, okay? Now, when we talk about branding, a lot of times people will think of a shtick or something that they, I don't know, like Lisa, one of our amazing directors. Lisa is all about the waxy cats, right? So whenever I think of cats, I think of Lisa. I've got other people who love their dogs, right? And they've worked their dogs into their business. I've got others who work different things that they like into their business, graphics and their branding and things like that. But it doesn't have to be a specific thing, right? It can be a color scheme. It could be a different, using the same font over and over and over and over and over again with the same color scheme. Because what branding is really having people associate, whether it's an image or the way that it looks or a thing, to your brand. Now, when it comes to Scentsy, we are independent Scentsy consultants. You are your brand. Scentsy is what we sell. You are the brand under Scentsy, okay? So what is your brand? For some of you, this may come really easy. Maybe it is something that you love. It's a hobby that you have, whatever, right? And you can kind of work that into your business and be like, yeah, I am the messy bun and getting stuff done mom who loves things to smell amazing, right? And that's what you use in all your branding. But whatever it looks like, I just want you to remember this. Think of when you see a big yellow M. McDonald's, right? You instantly are picturing a McDonald's in your head, right? That's branding, right? It's not a hamburger. Maybe you always go to McDonald's for the hamburger, right? But it's not the hamburger that you're thinking of. When you think of McDonald's in your head, you're picturing the Golden Arches, right? That's what you're picturing. So that's what I want you to think about when it comes to branding your business. What screams you? What can somebody look at and say, oh, that's Amanda's and that's not Jacqui's, because I can tell because of the colors or the font, or she always uses sunflowers in all of her marketing, or whatever it is, right? Have that vision for your business. For me personally, I don't really have something that is like Jacqui. Okay, so for me, it's really all about colors and font. And I really love confetti. So a lot of my things will involve confetti. So for example, for my new catalogs, you guys have probably seen these, and I know I shared this in the group when I first created it. I believe I did. If not, then I will go back and double check. But I like the pink and the blue colors, right? So that's kind of what I go for. I use the same fonts in all of my branding and marketing materials. I usually have my face on it somewhere, right? Because again, I want people to look at me and think Scentsy, right? Put my face to the Scentsy world, right? That's what I want my customers to think of. So that's an example there. Another example is I redid my Scentsy Club flyers. I made them in rock card size. Okay, so again, you'll see the same type of a color scheme happening here, right? Same fonts are happening here. There's the same picture happening here. It's two-sided, so it goes on both sides. But again, all the same kind of look to all of that. I have another rock card where I did my story. All right, so do you notice the colors? All right, so there's the pinks and the golds and little bit of, no, there's no blue on that side, it's on the other. But that's just kind of my colors, right? Again, this is the same font that I used over here on this one, all the same font. On the back, it shows the ways that they can join my team. Look, same picture, same font for my signature, right? You're getting the point. Okay. So that's kind of what you can think about when it comes to branding. All right. So if you're at a loss of what to do, my best suggestion and what I always tell people to really try and do is, by all means, reach out to your audience. So whether or not you have a VIP page, or if you just use your personal page, or if you have a business page, whatever, on Facebook, right? Get out there and ask people, what are 3 things that you think of when you hear my name outside of Scentsy, right? Because I mean, hopefully they're saying Scentsy, and maybe you want them to say that, but you really want to get that idea, because I will tell you right now, people will begin to associate things with you that maybe you don't even remember doing, right? Maybe you're like me, right? You're always drinking tea, and so maybe I post a lot about tea. I don't think I do, but anyway, so maybe that is something that I do. Like every morning I post a picture of my tea in a different coffee cup, right? And so if I were to ask that question on Facebook, a lot of people might come back with the response and say Scentsy and hot tea, right? Okay. And so then maybe what I could do is, when I send out my new catalog or my product list or my showcase brochure, when I'm sending that stuff out, maybe I'm taking a tea bag and including it in there and say, hey, let's have a cup of tea together while you flip through this catalog. Boom, you are incorporating your marketing into what you're doing, right? I will tell you that on all of my the cardstock that I use, I just get it from Amazon. Okay, so it's nothing fancy, nothing specific. Okay, and it's really kind of actually hard to see, but the cardstock that I use actually has little confetti bits all in it. And again, it's hard to see because I've already printed on a lot of it, but you can kind of see it in the background, right? Confetti's just my jam. That's what I love to do, right? I love the confetti. It's a fun thing that I like to incorporate into my business. So just along those lines. So think of that when you're thinking of your branding. All right, so let's talk about thank you mail and the importance of thank yous and follow-ups, okay? First and foremost, thank yous and follow-ups. You guys, if you do not have a thank you or a follow-up system in your business, I want you to stop everything that you are doing, and I want you to figure out what that's going to be. So whether or not that's Amy, I personally use Amy for all of my follow-ups, but you don't have to, right? Remember, 100 different ways to work this business, so it doesn't have to be that way. One of my best friends, Cassie, she has her amazing binder system, okay? So maybe it's the binder system where you're writing down who ordered on, you know, Mindy ordered today and she ordered a 6-pack of bars of the new scents, right? And so when you go to do a thank you, you're going to be able to reach out and say, hey, thank you so much for your order. These new scents, I think you're going to love. That Shoreline Drive is one of my favorites. I'm so glad you chose that. I cannot wait for you to smell it too, right? So you want to really be genuine in your thank yous. That thank you can come in many different ways, right? It can come as a text. It can go as an email. It can go as a shout out on your Facebook page or your social media pages. I've started doing that and incorporating those thank yous into my Instagram stories, which I then send to Facebook, so they kind of become Facebook stories too. But they really originate on Instagram, which is kind of where I live the majority of the time, right? Instagram is my jam. So I've been incorporating those. And then, of course, what I do is I do my actual follow-up. So using Amy, I will go in there and I have it set up to where one day after they order, I am sending a thank you. So whether or not that's a text or an email, it's a thank you for your order. I appreciate you supporting my business for me and my family. That's kind of the standard thank you that goes out. Usually about a week later is when I will start actually looking to send something out. Now, again, I want to really dig in with you guys and remind you that this business needs to be simple. Keep things simple in your business. From somebody, and take it from me, from somebody, I've passed the 10-year mark. January was officially my 10th Scentiversary. Okay, so 10 years with Scentsy. Not I joined and then I quit for a while. No, I have been doing Scentsy for 10 years. 10 years, and I absolutely love it. Probably even more today than I did the very first day that I joined. I'm not gonna lie. But after 10 years, I can tell you, I have tried thank yous every which way, backwards, forwards, around the moon and back, right? I have done big, fancy thank you Happy Mail packages. I have done super simple, I'm only sending text thank yous. I send a scent circle out for every single person who orders from me, right? I've done it literally, I've done it all. I've done it all. And what I have found in my business is that no matter how much money I'm spending, because remember, put your business hat on, okay? You are a business owner. As an independent Scentsy consultant, you are a business owner. And you have to start thinking about your shipping costs and the things behind the scenes, right? All the things that you use or you buy to make up the Happy Mail, right? So whether or not that's, you know, the paper that you're using to print on, the ink for the printer, right? Whatever it is that you're sending in your thank you mails, okay? All of that is coming out of your business pocket, in a sense. And I will tell you from experience that even if I made up a beautiful Happy Mail package that maybe with everything I had in it, whatever I put in it, candy, prizes, whatever, all the materials of the printing and the ink and the samples and all the stuff, maybe, you know, plus the cost of shipping it, which was maybe $3 to $4 just to ship that, you know, Happy Mail package out. So let's say all in all, let's say it was $6 for every single thank you that I sent out. I have also done only texting thank yous, right? And what is that costing me? Well, I mean, I just have my cell phone bill, but, right? Okay. So from that end of the spectrum to the huge Happy Mail spectrum, I will tell you that it did not make a difference which one I sent. It wasn't the high dollar Happy Mail package. Every time I sent that, somebody reordered from me. It wasn't every time I sent somebody a text, they reordered from me. I will tell you, it was quite even. So it didn't matter. The whole point of that is that it doesn't matter what you're sending out. It just matters that you're sending or saying thank you. Okay? So really think about this from your business budget mindset. Really think about this. And I will tell you time and time again, I've done it all, right? Okay, so I pulled some examples of things that you can use, okay? So in the consultant family store, or actually, no, sorry. Shh, rewind. Okay, through the Vistaprint Pro Shop on the consultant store, okay? Did you know, as a consultant, you have the ability to use Vistaprint, and they have Scentsy approved graphics and images that you can create and use and have printed for you and sent to you to use, okay? So this is one that I had, and this is what I have left of them. So I'm trying to actually use what I have, okay? So it's gonna be almost time for me to order some more of these. But in that Vistaprint shop, what I did is I went through, I wanted to do just a postcard, because a postcard stamp is a little bit cheaper than a regular first class stamp. Did you know that? It is. And I will tell you, it's a lot easier when you're sending out your thank yous, because you'll get them done quicker, okay? And the whole point, remember, is to say thank you. No matter what it looks like, it's just saying thank you at the end of the day. All right, so I went into the Vista Pro Shop, and I can't remember if this was already there and I just used it, or if I don't believe that I created this. I really don't. But on the front here, it just says, thank you for supporting my small business. That's all it says, right? This was probably an image that was already in the Pro Shop. On the back, it's already set up like a postcard, right? So there's the postcard place for the stamp where you write their address. Now along the top here, it says, your purchase helps my little business grow, and that makes me hugely grateful to be your Scentsy consultant. Just looking at that writing and that saying, I do not believe I wrote that. So that may have been something that was already there. I did, however, personalize over here. Now you can, when you go in there, or if you're making these at home using Canva or whatever you're using to make mail outs, right? You want to make a postcard, you can just leave that blank and handwrite something in. But what I did is I actually had it printed on there to, again, save myself even more time. And so this one says, when you order from me, I do a happy dance every single time. Thank you for your support. And I have a fun referral program that I'd love you to be a part of. Find out more on my VIP Facebook customer page, and then there's the link to my customer page. Obviously, this is before Jacqui started using QR codes when I ordered these, right? Because, you know, now I'd probably have a QR code on there. But, so that's an example of just how easy I made this, right? Went into the Vista Pro shop, made this up, put on my little spiel over here so you could put in whatever you want, so it's already printed. So all I have to do to send out a thank you postcard is to write their name and address and put a postcard stamp on it, and it is out the door and in the mail and on the way to them. Simple, quick, easy to do. I don't care if you've got 10 minutes a day and that's all you have to spend on your business. You can get thank you mail done using this type of a method. So if you find yourself short on time, you look for ways to work your business smarter, not harder, okay? So don't think you have to do all the huge happy mail things. You don't. You can do something as simple as this. As simple as this. Our customers just want to know that you are thankful for them. And you are, right? You are thankful for your customers and supporting you, because let's just be real and honest and to the point here. Most of us are doing this, maybe we're starting out this as a way to help with our income, help with the bills, get things paid off, pay off some debt, go on a vacation, help make that car payment, whatever it is, right? That's how it started for me. And then it grew and grew and grew. And now this is my full-time income. So without my customers, I wouldn't have a business, right? My customers are the blood of my business. So I make sure they know that I am thankful for every single purchase that they make through me. So again, doesn't matter how you do it. It just matters that you're doing it, okay? So I have that. What I also use is I go on Amazon. You can find these on Amazon. Just search Beyond Grateful. You can find them there. Or you can go to my Amazon shop. You'll find them on there too. But same concept, all right? Beyond Grateful. Thank you for your order. They are blank on the back, and that's where I write my message. I have those. I also have just saying hello. I just have regular note cards that are blank on the inside. You can go to Target, go to any supply craft store, go to the dollar store, whatever. Go on Amazon probably and find just blank note cards. You can do that too. Get those, write down a thank you in here, make it personalized. Thank you so much for your order. I love that you picked the summer rain warmer. That's my favorite too, whatever, right? Write your message, put it in an envelope, stick a stamp on it, bam, it's out the door, okay? Does not have to be super complicated. Now, you want to be a little bit more extra, then let's go a little bit more extra, okay? So I brought over my little basket of some of the things that I like to do. All right, so I always have candy. I always have candy on hand. A lot of times I will tell you guys Pixie Sticks are my favorite thing to send in the mail. I love using Pixie Sticks, but Smarties, I think they're good for any occasion, really, honestly. I also have like Red Hot candy, right? So if you're sending a thank you out, you know, this catalog is on fire, right? And you can send a little atomic Red Hot, right, with it. So how fun is that? Okay, do that. This catalog rocks, or your order rocked, or I don't know, right? But you can find fun things, right? Pop rocks, so super fun, cute, right? Easy, 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 easy. All right, so there's just some candy options that you could throw in to make it a fun thing. Go on Pinterest and search on there. You'll find a lot of ideas. When it comes to samples, okay, samples. We have to get the scent under people's noses. We are a fragrance company. Hello, yes we are. Okay, so however you do your samples, whether it is, hold on, please hold, Okay, whether or not you are doing felt samples, okay, there's just a felt dip sample in a bag. All right, whether you're doing little crinkle cut samples, okay, put those with, and I use the rub and stiff stickers on the front to mark it. So felt samples, actual wax samples. I have these that are maybe a little bit more of a wax sample, so it's a little bit thicker, right? That's Gridiron Rush, by the way, if you couldn't see it. I love it. Love it. Okay, I've been sending those out. What else do I have in here? I still have a couple Scary Good samples in here that I have not used up yet. So, I mean, even though it is not currently available as of today, you know, who knows if it's going to come back or not, but I can still send samples of it, right? So whatever samples I'm making up, they sit in my sample bag and they're ready to go and to be thrown into orders. I also still have some, these are just my business cards, and all I did was staple a felt sample on the front of that. So there's the felt sample on that. There's my business card. So those are in there. Sampling of different products. Now you're going to find, you can go on YouTube. You can look here on the page. Every time I'm doing samples, I'm usually sharing it. So I know you can usually find it on my YouTube or on the training page, but, Scentsy Fresh, I love to be able to sample Scentsy Fresh simply because I think it's a product that everybody is familiar with. Okay. There's a name brand thing that has been out for quite a while, product in the grocery stores and the Targets and all the things, right, that people can buy to freshen the air. They know the concept of it, okay? It's a pretty easy thing for people to go, oh, let me go ahead and give that a try. But what I like to do is when we have scents that people love in the wax, introducing them to let them know, hey, this is also in Scentsy Fresh, or this scent also comes in our laundry line, or this also comes in our body line and hand cream, right, or whatever, right? And being able to get those samples out. I will tell you, the pet samples, the body line, so the hand cream, the bath wash, all of that, and the washer whiffs and the Scent Soft, I buy those from the Scentsy Consultant store. I buy all of those. So those are these samples. I know you've seen them. So like there's, you know, body wash. That one's a body wash, right? So there's washer whiffs. There's the laundry liquid. Okay, I just buy them because they're just easier for me than to sit down and take time and make them up. But when it comes to Scentsy Fresh, I can't buy that in the consultant store. So I go on Amazon. I just find little spray bottles. I fill them up. I put a sticker on the front of the bag. That's how those go out. You can do the same thing with counter clean. You can do the same thing with room spray. The whole point, though, is to, again, get our customers introduced and understanding that we do have other product lines. And they may be other product lines that they just hadn't ever thought about trying, right? For example, the laundry line. I have a handful of customers where I've sent out samples of the laundry when I've sent a thank you, or maybe I'm sending them a catalog and I've gone ahead and just thrown in a sample of laundry care, what have you, right? And I can't even count how many times that I've had people when I follow up and say, hey, did you get that new copy of the catalog? What did you think? And did you try the laundry sample I threw in there? Because I do track that. In Amy, when I send out a sample or a catalog, I make a note of what I put in there. That's how I keep track of things. So if you have a binder system like Cassie, then write that down. What did you send that person? That way, when you follow up doesn't just apply to an order. Follow-up should apply to whenever you send a sample, whenever you send a join opportunity packet, whenever you send a host packet of somebody's thinking about hosting a party for you. Maybe you send something out when you do that. You need to be writing these things down in your system, your follow-up system. So that way, when you follow up a week, 2 weeks, whatever it is later, and you can say, what did you think of the new catalog? Did you try out the laundry sample that I put in there, right? I can't tell you how many times I've put one of those samples in and I've had somebody say, I had no idea about your laundry line. And I feel like I do a good job of talking about Scentsy a lot, right? But it never fails, right? Because even on social media, here's the thing. Even if you think that you've shared it a lot, Remember, not every single person is seeing every single post you do. That's why we do things consistently. Okay? That's why we're consistent in our marketing. That's why we're consistent in our branding, because they're not seeing every single thing we do. That's the way the algorithms work on social media and the whole 9 yards. Okay? So we want to make sure that we are getting that information out. So when we have this new catalog, which is where we're at today. Today is February 1st. First day of this amazing new catalog. I want you to take a look at how you look as a brand. How does your, again, promotional flyers or things that you stick in your mail or your mail outs, whatever, or that you hand out, what does that look like? Is it time for a refresh? Maybe it is. Like I said, every time there's a new catalog, I do a refresh of all of my marketing material. For one, I want my customers who have been with me for a while, I want them to see, look, something new, right? It's just another way to show them something new. And when they see something new, it will hopefully catch their eye. I specifically spent a lot of time on my Scentsy Club flyer, right? With all the information on there, my rack card. Because it's a new program, I want them to see that there is now more to Scentsy Club than ever before. That's important to me and my business. So I'm making sure that I'm doing that. So what does your marketing material look like? What is it saying to people? What does your thank you system look like? What does it say to people? Can you maybe reword how you send a thank you? Can you maybe figure out it doesn't have to be an expensive way, right? It can be a less expensive way to send a quick thank you and say, I appreciate your business, right? That can even be, a small wax sample of the scent of the month when you send out their thank you. Thank you so much. By the way, here's a sample here's a wax sample of the scent of the month. You're going to love it. It's fantastic, right? Sun ripened berry. It is amazing. Amazing. Okay, anyway, so you can throw that in there with one stamp and get that out the door. You can handwrite, and don't underestimate the power of a handwritten note. There is a lot of power in a handwritten note. Just as people actually look to that as you taking time. You took time out of your day to handwrite a note. Goes a long way. All right, so look at the way that you are sharing things. Look at how your business is running. What can you change? What can you kick the dust off of and freshen it up a little bit? Maybe it's time to change up your branding. Maybe it's time to really dig into your branding. What does my brand say about my business, right? What's your favorite TV show? Are you, really big into Harry Potter? Are you a huge fan of Star Wars, right? What is it that you can identify with and that you can share into your branding? That's how you can look at those things. So really find ways to freshen up your business. And like I said, the reason I'm talking to you about this now is because we do have the brand new catalog, and I personally believe in the power of utilizing a brand new catalog as a reason to refresh my business. And it's a really great time and way for you to do it. We've got wonderful new products. We've got fantastic new scents. We've got great new scents in our other products, like the laundry line, the pet line, right, that we already talked about. So showcase those things and really make it work for you. I love you guys. We are going to have an amazing new catalog season. I am personally so excited about this catalog. Like I said, there's a lot of things in there that I love and I cannot wait to grab for myself. But make sure when you are following up with your customers, you are reminding them that they do not have to pay full price for the Scentsy that they want, right? They do not have to. First of all, if they create a Scentsy Club, they can save discounted. They can get a discount on what they're getting in Scentsy Club, And they're going to start racking up those reward and loyalty points, okay? So they're going to be able to get Scentsy at a discount just by having a Scentsy Club. If they host a party, that's where the real savings kicks in, right? We all know this from the host rewards with the product credit and the half off items. That's where they're really going to get the most bang for their buck when it comes to Scentsy. So be sure that you're sharing that with your customers and letting them know they do not have to be paying retail. They can be getting their Scentsy at half price or for free. All they have to do is host a party, and whether or not that's online, whether or not that's you going live, whatever that looks like, do it for your customers. Let them know that you are thinking of them and that you are here to serve them. You are the expert when it comes to Scentsy, so act like it. All right. I hope that you guys have found some of this helpful. You will incorporate it into your business. Give that new refresh a great new look and take time to look over your business. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.